everyone. My name is Lashika Katyal. I know a lot of you know me, but I also see a lot of new faces here as well. First of all, welcome to today's seminar, which is Step to Success, where you're going to learn something about building a team and how you can earn your passive income. Trust me, this model has worked for a lot of us, and we will share with you how, so that you can also follow the guidelines or follow the steps and build a really good passive income model for you. But just to begin, once again, my name is Lashika, and I'm Director of Sales for Pre-Construction with SaveMax Group of Companies. Raman actually wanted me to come here and talk a little bit about my personal journey so you can try and connect and see whatever worked for me, if it can work for you as well. I am associated with the brand for the last 12 years, since the day I actually came to this country as an international student. But I started doing real estate, actually started doing sales 3 years ago. This is my 4th year in the sales in the industry. And one thing that has really worked for me is I was always working with a team within a team. And why I say that, I'm sure many of you would agree with me, as a female, doing a business or doing this real estate business, which is very time consuming, could be a big challenge at times, because we are not only managing a business or doing a job, we also have to manage our home at all times. Well, I don't have kids yet, but I'm sure many of you do. So that is another challenge, is what I see. But because we always have people around us, we always are supportive towards each other, and team members are always there to handle one or the other thing, the profession or this journey has been an amazing journey for me. So when I started real estate back then as a sales, as an agent, I was doing pre-construction. Until date, I'm doing pre-construction. It does get overwhelming in the beginning because you have to attend multiple events in a day. You have to meet multiple people in a day. You're also talking to clients. Clients come with their own priorities. It's very difficult to manage your day at times because, for example, today I was supposed to be at 4 different events and then here. So how we manage it, how we conquer it, we have a team. One person goes to one location, second goes to the other, third goes to the other, and that way we can conquer it all. In these last 3 years, I've handled more than thousands of transactions, a lot of happy clients which we have happily and successfully attended and made sure whatever their needs were fulfilled. But other than that, again, I would say that because I always had so many people to guide me, when I started my journey, I didn't know what real estate is. I was an accounting student. I was studying accounting. I was with York University. My dream was to do CPA. But then I was guided in this direction, and my guidance has always been through Mr. Raman, so definitely makes a huge difference. And then when I decided, okay, let's do real estate, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do sales. I never worked in a sales industry before that. I was lost. But then one by one, taking one step at a time, starting from knowing nothing to learning real estate. I did work at our back office to learn how the paperwork is done. I tried to attend as many trainings as possible with Raman. I tried to go and meet different builders every day so I can learn how they do the sales. But from there, 3 years ago to here today, we are one of the top producers with every builder that exists in Canada. We do maximum number of sales with them. And again, that happened because I took it one step at a time. We started small. We started from one builder, then took it to second, then third. So my personal journey with SaveMax, with the team model, was very easy journey and very amazing journey, just because I was guided at every single step and I knew what to do next, just because there was somebody telling me, okay, this is how you can take the next step. It's completely our own choice if we want to take that guidance or if we don't want to. Some people like to, dig the hole themselves and they want to build a house from start to bottom themselves. But sometimes if you have a structure, if you have someone who has done all the work for you and you can actually use it to your own benefit, I think it is beneficial. With that, this was my personal journey where I started 3 years ago, and today I can say I'm a successful real estate broker. with handling thousands of transactions every year. And I'm a female, I'm an entrepreneur, I am successful. So all the people who are here who are looking to become another success story, learn the power of team, learn the power of system, and you can definitely be somewhere you want to reach. With that, I would like to invite my co-host, Jay Kalra, who will be talking a little bit about his personal journey, and then we'll have Mr. Raman giving you a step-by-step guide how you can do that. Thank you so much.
So good evening, everyone. How are we all doing today? Good. Well, thanks for taking time out from your busy schedules and coming here to listen to us today. My name is Jay Kalra, and for very few of you who know me and my background, I moved to Canada 6 or 7 years back. My background has been in media. I was an actor before coming to Canada. I've worked in some of the TV serials and movies that you must have seen if you see or follow in TV or movies. But that was my past. And now I'm here. I've known Raman for almost 7 years. So I have that outsider perspective on this. But I'll come to that later. But I wanted to use this platform to kind of somehow tie into the idea which really makes businesses successful. And I thought I will try to give you a unique perspective, bringing my experience from the media and entertainment industry and drawing parallels with our real estate industry. So one thing that I saw when I was working as an actor, what really makes things good, enjoyable, attractive, and successful. And the single thing I could draw from all the examples around me were teams that were working as a unit. Think about it. To make a good movie, can the director only make a good movie? Can he? He or she? No. Does a director need a good producer? Do they need a good script writer? Do they need a good sound engineer? Do they need good actors after that? Right? And if they don't work well with each other, can they make a good movie? No. So the same principle stays no matter which profession you are in, no matter which business you are in. Team building is at the core of making it a success. So that's how we would like to welcome you with this thought that at the end of the day, the biggest driver for any successful career or business is team building. There's not even one business in this world, from Tesla to Tata's, which have been run alone. They all need good team leaders. They all need good team building mechanisms. Now coming back to, a lot of people ask me, I've joined real estate since last year. I joined Raman because it was a natural choice for me. Why real estate? I think we should all be very proud of ourselves to be in real estate. Because come to think about it, in normal average careers that we follow, whatever career we might have, can you make a wealth generation of 300,000, 500,000 by simply saving, taking care of all your expenses? But we do make that wealth for millions of Canadians. People who have bought their houses 6 years back, 8 years back, today they might be sitting on a wealth generation because they have gained the equity of 300,000, 400,000, whatever the case may be. Could they have done that with regular careers? So we should be very proud of being in a profession where we are actually creating wealth for a lot of people out there. Now coming back to the team building, that's the reason why I'm in this profession, because I see a lot of goodness and I see that there is definitely a reason to succeed in this trade, provided we are not the solo players. Provided we have the team set up, we have the mechanisms, we have the systems to support us. Now, SaveMax. Before I joined SaveMax, when I was trying to study for it, I would speak to a lot of my agents and said, okay, so how does it work? Do I have to learn everything from scratch? Like, oh yeah, you will have your broker of records. Are they always available? Well, they say so. But I've seen my experience in SaveMax. I can call my broker of record, in my case, Mr. Raman Dua, even at 12 o'clock in the night, and he'll pick up my phone. So thank you, Ramanji, for that. But if he's not available, I have bothered Mr. Lalit here many a times. He'll be driving, he'll still pick up my phone, he will park his car and pick up my phone. So thank you for doing that. I have Ashish here, always available. So there are many people, and that's what I love about SaveMax. It's the culture, it's the team. And when I was talking about the outside perspective, I first met Raman Dua when he was working out of his Kennedy office. And I've seen the SaveMax grow to where it is today. And one thing which I've always enjoyed, he has always been kind to me to open his doors and made me a part of his team, was the camaraderie, which still exists. And that is one of the fundamental reasons for the success of SaveMax brand today. It's the teamwork. So, no better than Mr. Raman Dua to talk about team building and success. And with this, I will invite the enigmatic Mr. Dua to come and take over the stage. Big round of hands for him.
Thank you. Guys, let's give a big round of applause for everybody, first of all. And today, a special thanks goes to our team RBC for being so wonderful to us, giving us this beautiful venue, and tea, coffee, donuts, I can see everything there. So can I request Nabil Khan? Nabil from team RBC, a great friend, wonderful professional, and above all, an amazing human being. Nabil?
Thank you for having me.
Give a round of applause for Nabil, guys. Come on. What's wrong, huh? Yes, that's like the spirit.
So I just want to take a minute and two and welcome everybody in the house. And I'll say a few things about Raman and the SaveMax team. So when Jay was sharing his story and Lashika was sharing his story, Raman and I go way back when Raman used to have 25 people. And I've seen the culture where Raman has developed throughout the years. So at RBC, my colleagues, we work with different organizations, but the culture of team building, which you guys see at this place, is nowhere to be found, and that goes to you. So I've seen the success, I've seen the growth, I've seen the vision, and the biggest thing what I see, Raman, is a lot of people have big visions, but many less people have capacity to execute those visions, and you have the capacity to execute those visions. When I talk about certain things you have put together throughout the years, those were just visions we used to talk about those things, right? So trust me, if you are here, if you're working in this office, you're in great hands, and thank you for coming today. That's all from myself.
Thank you, Nabil. Thank you very much. You know, Nabil, what is happening today? I'm going back into my school days and college days, being the backbencher. So I can see the empty chairs here, the front row, and I'm feeling like, wow, everybody's like me today. Nobody wants to sit at the front.
People think we ask a lot of questions.
I know.
Everybody can come.
That's great. Thank you, Nabil. Thank you very much. And a big thanks to all other team members. I can see Radha here. I can see Khalid here. Thank you guys for all the wonderful support. So how is everybody doing today, by the way? Good? Who is good and who is fantastic? Fantastic. That's great. That's great. So why are we here today, by the way? Why are we here today? Anybody?
To learn how to
To have fun?
learn how to build a team.
To learn how to build a team. That's a very complicated subject here. That is, I think, one of the biggest problem I had in my life. How to build up a team.
So you should make it simple then.
We will make it simple, of course, of course, of course. So, let's say if I give you an opportunity, let's say if I give you, everybody loves money, by the way? Yes. Is there anybody who doesn't love money? Can somebody raise the hand if you don't love money? Nobody? Oh, Krish. See, he raised the hand. Thank you, Krish. I know how much you love money. Where's your tooth fairy money today? Not yet. So if I give you $86,400 today, if I give you $86,400 today, with one condition, that you have to spend that money by end of today. If you don't spend it, I take it back from you. What are you going to do with that money? Sorry? Manu? Where's the mic? Buy a rental property with 86,400 looks like a realtor, huh? Anybody else? Sir, what are you going to do with that 86,400? Do you know you're sitting with my wife, by the way?
Now we're late, sir.
So what are you going to do with that money?
I'll invest.
You will invest?
Yeah.
Come on, if you will invest, I'll take it back from you.
Sir, I'm getting a lot of comments. I will buy a car. I will put.
Anybody else, guys? What are you going to do with that money? Anybody? What about you? Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Pay my debts off.
Pay your debts off? Very interesting. Anybody else? One more answer I need. I don't think so you guys love money. Come on. I thought everybody's going to be excited that 86,400, I'm going to buy a car, I'm going to go for vacation, I'm going to buy some jewelry. If I ask Nidhi, she's going to say, I'm going to buy diamond. Right, Nidhi? Huh? Oh, there's a hand there? Yes, yes, please. Varun? What are you going to do with that money?
So out of the 86,400, spend 45,000 on a car and the rest of the casino.
I can very well understand. He's 21-year-old guy, and his dream is to go to car and the casino. Nothing for your girlfriend, by the way? No? Yeah. So let me share something with you. When I started my real estate career, I've been very observant. And I was watching in my surroundings what exactly other realtors are doing. Because, you want to see how you can be different than others. So I saw many successful realtors. Many of them, they were doing wonderful business. Somebody's in the business 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I used to go and read about them, how they started their career, from where they have started and where they are today. One thing I found common in 99.9% of the realtors. And that one thing was, they started their career as a realtor, 10, 15, 20 years, and they were realtor after 15, 20 years. And I was very shocked, surprised. I said, wow, that is what's going to happen to me as well? So, you are born realtor and you're going to die like a realtor. And that really shook me off. And I said, that doesn't sound good to me. So, I started thinking about it. What's the problem in the industry? Why these so successful people are realtor from last 15, 20 years? And then I started talking to them, understanding. And the biggest challenge I found in the industry was we were running on a very flat model. Realtor and brokerage. That's it. There were few people who were running the teams, but it was not very common. And they also were confined, very limited. 5 or 10 or 15 people team, and that's it. So I started running my brain and I thought, I have to do something different. Because that is where your entrepreneurial thought process, your entrepreneurial bug comes into picture. But the problem was, I was a newbie, having a lot of challenges, having a lot of problems in the industry. But I always had that curiosity. I always had that, how can I do the things different? But my first thing was, let's create success for myself, because that's very, very important. If you yourself are not successful, how are you going to help others? So I started understanding the real challenge of the industry and working on a solution. So once I got successful, in first year I did almost 50 deals. I was 3 years in this country at that time. In the second year I did 90 deals. And that is where I started building up the team. There were a lot of challenges, a lot of problems, and we will talk about all of them. A lot of people, they come and ask me, if I built up a team, I have to manage all those people? No. Somebody else will manage it for you. Isn't it, Kavi? Yes, I'm right. Somebody else can manage it for you. How? That's the most important thing. So the same question I had in my mind, do I have to manage all the people? So can anybody help me to answer that? How you are not going to manage your people? Or you have to manage your people? It's like somebody else is managing your kids. That sounds interesting. Guys, there's one wonderful way, that is how you can do it, that you create more leaders with you. That is very, very important. So you create more leaders and they will help other people to grow in their life. And that is how you start building it up. So first I created success for myself, then I created success for my team members, and then we are going to the next level. And that chain keeps going on. And another very interesting question, if anybody can answer that, you're going to get a free coffee today. A free coffee, special coffee. Do you all know we are born? There's only one thing which I can understand. There's only one thing which we all are born with, that resource exactly the same. The same resource you have, the same resource I have. If anybody will answer that question, yes,